We bless this ground and the work of these hands, that this mission may rise to the glory of God and the salvation of souls.
Welcome to the heart of Texas, a place where time still whispers through stone walls, where rivers remember prayers, and where legends never truly die. This is San Antonio, a city born from battle and faith, where every echo tells a story of courage, sacrifice, and the unbreakable spirit of Texas. I'm your narrator, and today we journey through centuries of struggle, devotion, and triumph to uncover the living soul of San Antonio. Let's begin. Chapter 1: The River That Called Civilization. Long before San Antonio had a name, long before Spanish flags flew or cannons roared, this land belonged to the Payaya people, children of the river they called Yanaguana, meaning refreshing waters. They lived in harmony with nature, fishing, gathering, and praying along the river's gentle bends. But in the year 1691, everything changed. A group of Spanish explorers arrived, weary from travel, yet awed by the beauty before them. It was June 13th, the day of Saint Anthony of Padua. And so they named the river San Antonio de Padua. That name would never fade. 7. Birth of a settlement, 1718. On May 1st, 1718, history was born. Father Antonio de Olivares, a determined Franciscan priest, founded Mission San Antonio de Valero, a modest chapel built from clay and faith. That humble chapel would one day become the Alamo, the most sacred ground in Texas. The Spanish soon built a fort nearby, Presidio San Antonio de Bexar, and around it grew a small settlement of soldiers, farmers, and converted natives. Adobe homes, narrow streets, and the constant ringing of mission bells filled the air. By the 1730s, 4 more missions rose along the river: Concepcion, San Jose, San Juan, and Espada. Together, they formed a chain of faith and defense, the San Antonio Missions, today a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the only one in Texas. Here, civilization took root, between river and desert, between faith and frontier. X. The Spanish legacy and Mexican rule. For decades, San Antonio stood as Spain's northern outpost, isolated yet vital. Life was harsh, raids, droughts, disease, but the settlers endured. Their faith rang through every church bell, their spirit echoed in every sunrise. Then came 1821. Mexico won its independence from Spain, and San Antonio became part of the Mexican Republic. A new dawn, freedom, trade, and hope. But soon, new settlers arrived from the United States, bringing new languages, new faiths, and new ambitions. Cultures mingled, but under the surface, tension grew. And that tension would soon ignite the fire of revolution. Bomb, the Alamo, a battle for a nation. If one moment defines San Antonio, and indeed Texas itself, it is the Battle of the Alamo. In 1835, a rebellion broke out. Texans, both Anglo settlers and Tejanos, rose against Mexican rule. And in February 1836, about 200 defenders took their stand at the old mission of the Alamo. They faced the might of General Santa Anna's army, nearly 2,000 strong. For 13 days they held, fighting, praying, hoping. And on March 6, 1816, the walls fell. Every defender was killed, but Whisper emotional. But their sacrifice lit a fire across Texas. Crowds rallied under one cry that still echoes today. Remember the Alamo! Weeks later, Texan forces triumphed at San Jacinto, and the Republic of Texas was born. San Antonio, scarred and silent, became the symbol of freedom itself.
Chapter 5. From Republic to Statehood. In 1837, San Antonio was officially incorporated as a city, a new light in a young republic. It changed hands many times between Texans and Mexicans, but its heart never wavered. In 1845, Texas joined the United States of America, and San Antonio entered a new era. The streets filled with traders, German immigrants, and adventurers. The smell of chili con carne filled the air, a San Antonio creation that would one day become the official dish of Texas. Chapter 6. Fire, Floods, and the Frontier. The late 1800s brought both progress and pain. San Antonio grew, bridges, markets, new neighborhoods, but floods and fires tested the city's resolve again and again. And each time, its people rebuilt, stronger than before. In 1891, they began a tradition to honor their heroes, Fiesta San Antonio, starting with the playful Battle of Flowers, a festival of joy, remembrance, and unity, one that still fills the city with color today. Blossom, Chapter 8, Culture, Faith, and the Alamo's Echo. San Antonio never forgot where it came from. The missions still stand, stone guardians of time. The San Fernando Cathedral, built in 1738, still rings its bells, its facade now illuminated by brilliant light shows that tell the city's story. The Alamo, silent and sacred, draws millions who come to remember. Nearby, the Tower of the Americas, built for the 1968 World Fair, points toward the future, a symbol of how far the city has come. Chapter 9. The City of Many Worlds. Today, San Antonio stands as America's 7th largest city, home to over 1.5 million people. But despite its size, it still feels like a small town, a city where cultures blend like colors in a sunset. You can stroll through the Pearl District, where breweries became art studios, then follow the river to Mission Espada, where water still flows as it did 3 centuries ago. Tex-Mex was born here. Mariachi bands fill the air. Faith meets fiesta, and cowboy boots walk beside cathedral doors. San Antonio is also known as Military City, USA, its commitment to service as strong as its roots in faith. POV, Chapter 10, The Living Spirit of Texas. San Antonio has seen empires rise and fall. It has flown the flags of Spain, Mexico, Texas, and the United States. And yet, its heart has never changed. This city is built not on stone, but on resilience, faith, and freedom. Every night, as the Riverwalk shimmers beneath the moon and the Alamo stands watch in silence, San Antonio reminds the world that even after centuries of struggle, the spirit of Texas lives on. Epilogue, The Timeless City. From the whispers of the Payaya people to the cannon fire of 1836, from Spanish chapels to glass skyscrapers, from Remember the Alamo to the laughter that dances along the Riverwalk, San Antonio stands eternal. It is not just a city. It is a story carved in stone, sung in bells, and carried forever by the river that gave it life. This is San Antonio, the spirit of Texas.